guys, it's Soda here and welcome back to another video. So today I just got this new little female mouse who is super cute. She is 5 weeks old, so she is very small. I have 2 female mice already, and I had been planning to get another female mouse eventually because female mice like to be in groups, but I was just kind of waiting for one to pop up, and I found someone on Facebook who had an accidental litter, and they had this adorable female who needed a new home. So I thought I would take her in. She is so cute. I absolutely love her colors. My 2 other mice are just fully white albino mice. They look pretty much identical, so it's nice to have a mouse that looks different to them. Basically, when you get a new mouse, or pretty much any new animal, you do have to quarantine them for a little bit before you can introduce them to your other animals. So as much as I'd love to introduce her to my other mice now, it's not really the safe thing to do because potentially she could have some health issues that I might not know about yet. She could be sick or could have worms. So if she did, she could spread it to my other mice, which is just not worth the risk. So I need to quarantine her in this bin for about 3 to 4 weeks until I can introduce her to my other mice. So I thought I would just set up a little temporary bin cage for her. So she's gonna go back into a box. That's where she's made her little nest. So I thought I would show you guys how you can make your own bin cage. So bin cages can work really well for mice or hamsters, and they're actually a really good option for your animal instead of using a really crappy pet store cage, because a lot of pet stores don't really sell the best cages. Pet stores in my country actually don't really sell any cages for small animals because they're just not really as popular here, I don't think. So a bin cage is a really great option as a temporary house or even a house for the whole life. I do want to say this bin cage I'm using is a bit small for like a house forever, but this size is fine for just a temporary quarantine cage. Up here is where my other mice live. I don't know where they are. They're either in that box or they're in the tunnel sleeping, but this is their cage, and I actually do want to get a bigger one at some point. I would love to just make this whole shelf their cage, but I probably will have to get a place to custom make me a tank that's the right size for this. So basically the only thing that's a bit annoying about a bin cage is you do have to make some adjustments to the lid. Small animals need a lot of ventilation because they have very sensitive respiratory systems. So basically you can't just put some holes in the lid and they'll be fine. This can cause it to become humid in their bin, which can be really harmful to them. So you definitely have to make some adjustments to the lid. So I'm going to show you guys me doing it. I know there's a lot of other videos you can watch on bin cages, but I wanted to make one too because I really love the idea of using bin cages rather than like a critter trail. Thank God we don't have those in New Zealand, but I see them everywhere on like TikToks on people using them, and it just makes me cringe a lot. I do want to mention, in case I get comments about it, but I know this wheel is a wee bit small for an adult mouse, but this is the only wheel I could actually get during all this quarantine stuff. There isn't really a lot of options, so this is a fine size while she's still a baby, but I definitely won't be using this once she is an adult. This is the wheel in my other mouse cage, which, as you can see, is a lot bigger and a lot better size for mice. So I'm going to show you guys what I did to make my lid safer. For this video, I'm going to be using a rotary tool, a drill, and some zip ties. So if you're young, you should definitely get a parent's help with making this. If you don't have a rotary tool, there are probably some other options you could use, like a sharp craft knife, but then you risk the lid potentially just splitting. So a rotary tool would definitely be a lot better to use, but you could probably try and figure something else out if you don't have one. Alright, so I'm going to be using a rotary tool to actually cut the shape I need. I already did some of it until this one stopped working, so now I'm using a different one, which hopefully will work. Also my camera's almost flat, so I guess we'll see how much of this I actually get in. did it. I just gotta clean up the messy bits and then we'll be good to go. Now I'm going to use a drill to drill some holes all along here. Alright, got my mesh. It's not cut to size yet, so just excuse that. I'm going to use some zip ties and just put it through the mesh and through the hole. So this is the end result of the lid for my temporary mouse quarantine bin, and I really like how it turned out. Actually, this isn't my first time making a bin cage. I made one previously when I had a wild mouse as a pet for a while, and this one actually turned out a lot better because what I did with that one is I used like some really strong like duct tape around this instead of using speed ties or zip ties, and I actually wouldn't recommend that you do that because there could be a chance that your mouse or hamster could try and eat the tape and then it could get stuck in their mouth. So yeah, I think this looks a lot better. It is a bit rough, but you know, it's better than nothing. And I need to put this back in here. So yeah, I hope this video could help anyone who was trying to find a better option for their hamster or mouse cage, or just a temporary quarantine bin like I'm using it for. Hey guys, so I'm filming this part of the video the next day because yesterday, while I was filming, I actually discovered something interesting about this mouse. This happened while I was recording too. So basically, I was filming and I was talking about how I was impressed with how tame she was, and then I noticed she has balls. She's a boy. She is actually a he. And yeah, now I'm really confused. So I'm just gonna insert that clip here of how I discovered it. The great thing about her is she's already really tame. As soon as I got her, I put my hand out. What are you doing, Yuki? And she steps right onto my hand all by herself. Balls? Hang on. No way. It's a fucking boy! Wait a minute! I'm sorry. I just... Okay, hang on. Hang on! I'm sorry, bud. I know... Those are balls. Those are balls. Are you kidding me? This is a boy! This is a boy! What? Do you guys see that? Do you guys see those little balls? So, yeah. You gonna come out? You gonna come out, buddy? That's what I meant by how tame he was. I mean, my girls were tame when I first got them too, but they weren't as tame. You should probably stay on my shoulder, buddy. Okay, you have to go back in your cage. Sorry, bud. So, yeah, I talked to some people on some mouse Facebook groups last night too to see what they thought. I sent them a photo of his bits, you know, and they were all like, yeah, that's a boy. So, the person I got it from either, oh, you should probably not go under there. So either the person I got it from lied to me because people don't really like to buy boys, or they just didn't know, which I think they just didn't know because they were quite young. They were like a teenager, and I just think they didn't know how to sex them. Stop going under there, buddy. So yeah, I messaged the person and told them, hey, this mouse is actually a boy, and they were really apologetic about it, so I think it was just a genuine mistake, but they also said that they can't take him back. So, I mean, I kind of expected that, to be honest. They were really young, but so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna have to find him another home because I was not wanting to get a male, and males are very different to females. Like, obviously he can't go with my girls because they will breed and I don't want that. Thank God I decided to quarantine him before putting them near my girls, or they would be pregnant already probably. Oh my god, look at him. He's so cute. I'm really sad though because I really wanted to get them another girlfriend, but boys have to be kept solitary or they will fight other boys to the death. They also can be very, very, very smelly. My girls like don't really smell at all. I mean, they smell if I'm cleaning the cage. I can smell a little bit, but it's not really bad. But boys, they musk everywhere, so they can smell very musky. I don't really want my studio to smell musky. They also need a lot of attention and human interaction. Unlike my females, they of course need attention from me and stuff, but they also have each other, so they're not really like reliant on me, where males are more reliant on your attention all the time, every day. So unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to find him another home. I'm sure people are gonna be like annoyed at me for not keeping him, but I was told he was a female, so I was prepared for a female. I wasn't prepared for a male, so you know. Another thing people might be wondering, why didn't I sex him when I first got him while the person was still there? New Zealand is still in like level 3 lockdown because of the coronavirus, which basically means we are allowed to get things like pets and stuff from other people, but we have to be contactless. So basically what they had to do was put the mouse into a little box outside my house, and then once she left I could go and get him, but we couldn't do it face to face. So I wasn't able to sex him while she was there. So I guess I've learned my lesson to be very careful if you're buying a mouse from someone who isn't like a reputable breeder or anything. Since this mouse was supposedly an accidental litter, I still have no idea how that happened, but before everyone comments about how there's pine bedding in here, it's actually kiln-dried pine, so it is completely safe for small animals because all of the bad stuff that's in normal pine is removed. It's interesting because I never hear about other YouTubers, like American YouTubers, talk about kiln-dried pine and how it's completely safe for animals. I don't know if it's just like not a thing in other countries, but this is what everyone in New Zealand uses for their mice anyway. It's what reputable breeders use and all that kind of stuff. I've talked to a lot of people about it, so it is safe. I just don't know if it's a big thing everywhere else in the world, but it is here. I'm very picky with who I rehome animals to, so don't worry, he will definitely be going to a good home. I will make sure of that. And oh, he's so cute. And then maybe later on I can find an actual female mice to join my other girls one day, but surprisingly mice are actually kind of hard to come across here in New Zealand. Or just my area of New Zealand anyway. Like pet stores don't sell them. There's not a lot of breeders where I live. There's only like one, and I don't think he's breeding at the moment. Oh, you're so cute though. Oh my god. What? How can you be so cute? I don't know why he's awake right now too. It's like, what time is it? Like 1 in the afternoon. My other girls are fast asleep, but for some reason he just like woke up an hour ago and is like doing his thing. Anyways guys, this video took a totally different turn than I thought it would, but I hope I can help you make a lid. Be careful who you buy your mice from, because you might end up with a different gender than you thought, and then you might end up with mice babies, and you probably don't want that because they can be difficult to find homes for. Accidental litters happen quite a lot with mice and could have happened if I didn't decide to quarantine him before putting him with my girls, thinking that he was also a girl. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.